Deer in headlights right now. What's going on? Man, y'all always catch me smiling and laughing at the last minute. What's going on, everybody? Man, it's your host, Seak, Parris. Man, we back with another dope guest, man. You know, we bring the dopest guests in the industry. And today that we brought another one out as usual. But before we get to him, I'm going to let my co-host introduce himself.
Miketees, the second half of Squad Creatives podcast. And today we are rocking with Wes from Bella Canvas. How you doing today?
Hey, pretty great. Thanks for having me on. This is exciting to finally be a part of this.
Yeah, man, it's excited to have you, man. It's a long overdue. But I agree. I believe that everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to just jump into it. Wes, just give us a little history of what you do, who you are, a little bit about Bella Canvas and that type of stuff. Would you please?
Sure, absolutely. Well, my name's Wes. I'm the wholesale marketing manager over at Bella Canvas. Right now, I kind of handle a lot of our assets and stuff that go out to our distributors. So kind of traditionally, the way you would buy any wholesale blanks would be through like these big distributors, like S&S, Alpha Broder, lots of them out there that you're probably familiar with. So I handle lots of content that they get, and then just kind of lots of miscellaneous tasks that come across my desk. I help out with some content, some creator influencer work as well. So and for those of you that are not familiar with Bella Canvas is a premium wholesale blank company. We have apparel from literally baby onesies on up to adult fleece, joggers, t-shirts. It's the softest stuff you've ever tried on. It's really great product, really great company, doing really cool stuff out there.
Yeah, that's good, man. Like, I want to know, so before we get to you directly, let's talk a little more about Bella Canvas. So
right.
how many I don't know what to say, plants or facilities is Bella Canvas made of, and what can a person expect by in those facilities?
Sure, that's a really great question. So we have a USA Strong production. So what that means is the majority of our production is done here in the US, out here in Los Angeles. That's where I'm based. So we do all of our cutting, dyeing here in LA. We do some sewing here, but it's still like 1%. And then the rest of that's done in Central America, in Honduras, Nicaragua. And then we also own those sewing facilities as well. So it's through the whole process. It's ethically sourced, ethically made. All the employees are treated well. No sweatshops. It's a really great situation there. And we have our cutting floor in LA is the largest cutting floor in the Western Hemisphere. So it's really mind blowing. Yeah. If you ever get a chance to make your way to LA, I'd be glad to show you around. You like open the doors, and as far as you can see, it's just cutting tables. Wow. And it's really cool. And if you throw in the word automated, it's the world's largest automated cutting facility as well. So we have these really impressive laser guided cutting machines that go through and actually like cut the shirts out for you. And you can see it. There'll be like a section like this big. It's 150 layers of fabric, and it's cutting out like one whole shirt in this much space. So, and then it goes down these huge tables. So we can turn out up to 8 million units a week out of there. So it's a really impressive machine.
With California having the strictest guidelines on wastewater and stuff like that, that's awesome that you guys dye inside the facility.
Yeah, it's really huge. Yeah, it's a nice, easy way to like make sure that we're staying on point and not just polluting the system. When you're in LA, there's so many different measures that will prevent you from doing that and also keep you accountable for that. So our facility there, it's really great. The water is clean, purified before it ever enters back into the water stream. And a lot of people don't know this, but our dyes it's called Blue Sign certified. So it's kind of like a separate system that not only makes sure that your facilities are, fair labor, sweatshop free, but also that the dye itself is non-toxic to both the environment and the employees, and then the person wearing it. Because you'll get that sometimes. You'll see online where people will actually be allergic to the dyes and shirts, just like some people are allergic to different types of detergent. You'll get that where you maybe this shade of red from this company is fine, but then blue over here for this other company, like you're breaking out in a rash. So you're not gonna have those problems with us as well. So it's really cool.
Man, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you guys actually produce your own material, like the cotton that you use or that type of stuff?
Yeah, so we work with the farmers, manufacturers of the cotton, and we receive a grayish good. That's what it's called. So that's like, it's almost like a off-white taupe kind of color, and it comes in like a smaller tube. We get that here in LA, and then that's where we go through the whole dyeing process there. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's interesting.
It is.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, and our cotton, it's primarily sourced from India, and then some of it's from the U.S. as well. But we go for a long staple cotton, and so what that means is there's long staple and short staple, and when it's woven together to make the cotton thread, like the string, the longer the staple is, the less loose ends you're going to have sticking out of the shirt, which is part of why our shirts are so soft. And why it gives you a smoother surface for printing on, because there's less loose ends sticking out, which is one of those little small fine details you would never think about when it comes to manufacturing a shirt. But that's just kind of the levels that we've gone to here.
That's great. Like, you guys really pay attention to the detail and the consumer. The end product is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just curious, like, with the factory being so big, how is the quality control so good? Like, what type of I'm not asking you to tell me no proprietary information or anything like that, but like I'm just curious on production. So what type of measures do you guys make to ensure that you put out a quality product?
That's a great question. And we have a lot of different kind of quality check portions, and I may miss some, but I mean, even at the dye house, there's ways to quality check even the dye before it gets done, because it's so, I don't want to get like too heady about it, but dyes are affected by like everything, and cotton is as well. So like if there's a drought that year, that's going to affect the cotton, or if there's too much water, that's going to affect the cotton. If there's like insects, bugs, stuff like that, it changes the physical cotton. Same thing with the dyeing process. The water will change depending on what's in the stream or the flow that day. So we have ways of checking to make sure that whatever we're working with, we can still dye it the same way at the dye house. And then when it moves to our cutting facility, we actually check every single shipment to make sure that it's matching the previous shipment. So if you get a 3001 black, here's our shipment. We take a sample out, and then we go and it looks like you're in a science class where you're like putting it in with the light and the microscope, all that stuff. And we're checking it to make sure that it's matching the rest of it. So there's like that process. And then even when we're laying it all out, before we go through the cutting, we have someone to go through and make sure that we're using the right templates that are going to get cut. And then even after sewing, then there's someone then to check the quality there as well. So there's multiple steps along the way to watch out.
So Wes, I got a side question to ask you about the dye process. What do you go through to pick a color? Like, how do we all decide that we're going to have that fuchsia or that?
Yeah, that's a really great question. We have a really awesome design team that goes through, and they're always connected to retail trends. They know what's coming up. So that way we can always start developing colors that we know are on the runway right now, and then we'll start working its way down into the retail stores, because that's how it works, right? Like, you always see crazy stuff on like the fashion weeks, and it's New York Fashion Week right now, I think. And so you see those things, but one of the things that sticks and make it to everyday people's lives are the colors. So it's things like that where no one's going to wear like that crazy outfit that someone's on the runway, but it's about like the colorways and the stories that they're telling with that. And then that's what you'll see at your retail stores that you're shopping with. And so we're always in line with that, what's coming up. And then on the wholesale side, we're also just making sure that we're providing colors that people need for their businesses, and a lot of that does have to do with like team sports. So it's a matter of making sure we even have a color called Team Purple, because it's like, oh, if a school has the color purple, it's this purple. So that there's a mix of providing a tangible need when it comes to colors in the wholesale industry. And then there's also that trying to exceed expectations and make sure that our customers or people that use Bella Canvas can also provide current trending products to their customers as well.
Awesome.
Man, I'm intrigued right now. I feel like I feel like I'm in school right now. I would love it's like it's interesting to hear this point of view.
Yeah.
Just seeing a finished T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's impressive to me too. When I started working at Bella Canvas, or I got to tour and visit Bella Canvas before I even started working there, and seeing all these details, it really is mind blowing. You don't think that all of this thought and detail goes into it. And if you walk into our design room, they have all these boards with all of our color swatches and names all lined up. So we can even see it like all together at a bird's eye view of, what we're working with, what we're missing, what holes do we need to fill. So it's just really cool stuff.
How many colors do y'all offer?
Over 300. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Over 300 colors.
And it's like, I remember seeing that at the ISS show, like just the quality. I've worn some Bella Canvas I actually own a couple. I got a box of Bella Canvas right here, actually.
Oh, excellent.
Long sleeves. That just the quality, man, the softness of them are pretty cool. Like what am I trying to say here? Who's the brains behind all this?
Oh man, well, this is another cool story. A lot of people don't know about it, but we're still owned by the original owners, which are two best friends. They started doing garage screen printing in high school, and that's where we grew from. Just these two high school best friends. Wow. They started their screen print business, and then along the way, they started making their own blanks for they got huge gigs like Banana Republic, Gap, and then their wholesale clients started requesting those blanks. They're like, we don't want what's out there. We want what you are selling to Gap. At the time in the 90s, there wasn't any true women's clothes in wholesale. There was only, they call it shrink it and pink it. So they would take like the men's shirt and just make a smaller version and then put feminine colors on it and then call it the women's line. And I don't know if you've had a chance to see our baby tee collection we came out with this year, but that was kind of how we started, was we launched that. And that was the very first actual true women's clothing in wholesale. And so we've just grown from there ever since. But yeah, they're definitely geniuses. And they're still running the show.
And I believe the company was founded in 92, I want to say.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And a couple of people, they just dared to dream, and look at what their dreams became. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's really inspiring. I mean, there's so many people out there, that are decorating and doing screen printing, and
Mhm.
you can just kind of look at success stories like that, and it's inspiring of what you can do and accomplish with your your company.
For sure. Like, if you like, just think of that. Like, they started from screen print and look at what they've become.
Uh-huh.
Just think of that, like what we can become if we just stay motivated, stay moving forward. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That part.
absolutely.
Think about.
Let me read some comments real quick.
Yeah, man.
Read some comments.
Yes, so we are live. Unbiased LLC, hello. Appreciate you tapping in. Barb
All right.
Levon, good evening. Everyone from North Central Minnesota. Cynthia Fielder, how are you doing this evening? T-Town T-shirts.
Thank you.
We do this every Thursday, y'all. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Please lock in, subscribe, and let's get back to this interview.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Don't forget that part. We hear every week.
For sure. So, Wes, you have a outstanding list of things that you did. I've been browsing. I actually met you several times before, but I've been browsing like through LinkedIn and other pages that you're on. Premiere, teleprompter, Adobe, Photoshop, TikTok. So you're all about the digital space.
Yeah, absolutely.
What intrigued you so much to be in the space that you're in?
I try to take opportunities as they unfold in front of me and just kind of trust that that's the direction I should go in. And so kind of like the content and digital space is kind of what started unfolding in front of me when I was younger and in college. And I've just kind of followed through to that, and then just tried to stay up with all of the crazy stuff that's happened in the world. I mean, when I was in college, I got graded for tweeting every day because it was brand new and it was in one of my like PR classes. So it's crazy to be old enough to see the rise of digital content and social media, and then personally I just like being creative. It's always fun to mess around with that stuff. As you guys know yourself, it's always challenging, and there's always some like hurdle or obstacle or problem you're trying to solve, and you get results in real time, like, oh, let's try this video, and you're like, oh great, no one watched that, so let's try something else. So yeah, I enjoy the ups and downs and struggles of all that.
So the reason I had went there is you've done a lot of different like commercials and stuff for Bella Canvas. Like, take us through your mind when you're actually shooting a commercial for Bella Canvas?
Oh man, from what part?
I'll let you choose.
Well, I guess ultimately I'm always trying to bridge the gap between what people want to know or need to know, and then what the business needs to say, because sometimes like company talk can be like up here, but we need to understand it here, and so I try to like mix the two together. So that's really what comes through my mind, is like how it's a mix between, okay, well, our customer base like needs these answers, so how do I get them those answers? Or, we as a company need to say this, so how do I make that make sense? Like, how do I give that to people how they need to hear it? So that's always kind of the root and the base of the whole process.
So with that, elaborate a little bit. Like, what do you think made Bella Canvas so popular amongst the masses?
Mm-hmm. That's a really great question. I think a lot of it does have to do with consistency in a product, and having we all go through. I mean, we all, as in wholesale companies, go through ups and downs when it comes to inventory and things like that. Sure. But having consistent, quality, consistent styles, products, that's always really important. And I think one thing that's helped Bella Canvas grow is we've gone after this cause of being different. And so we're not necessarily here just to provide clothing. We're here to change the way clothing is made and change the way that manufacturing is done, how employees are treated. And I think that is what, in the long run, has helped us out, because I think as the years have gone, companies that aren't trying to do that have fallen under. Those who haven't treated their employees well, those have gone under. And we've been able to remain the same and consistent, while always challenging the status quo, always being able to provide what's next, what's the next thing that our customers need, what are they wanting. And you see that from, we had t-shirts, and then we had sweatshirts, and then we had joggers, but then joggers are still great, I still love them, but now these kids are wearing different things, so now we added like different types of sweatpants. So just sticking to that original theme of be different, I think that's really helped us helped us stick around.
Man, that was a great answer.
Well said.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, man. So what were you doing prior to Bella Canvas? You said you've been there 2 years. What led you to this?
Yeah, well, I guess it kind of all started was I started as a customer of print on demand, and that was back in 2016, so it was still like pretty new. So I had my little online store. I was trying to sell stuff through Etsy, and it was all like, this was before print on demand even really had integrations with. Now it's so easy. You can you sign up with Shopify, you pick what company, and it's all like, this was in the dark ages of it all. Right. And so that I did that. It worked a little bit, but it was very hard for me personally. This was before there were even any influencers in the space, or influencers like at all, really. So, there was no one like y'all to turn to be educated and learn how to do these things or how to make designs. And so that was difficult for me. So I ended up actually working for that company. And then I was doing customer service and then marketing for the print on demand company, which is Printful, if any of you have heard of them or used them. So I was on the marketing team there for 4 years. And at the time, they were based in LA for all of their production. And so that's how I met everyone at Bella Canvas. And we did some cross-promotional stuff there. Bella Canvas was always like the #1 selling shirt when I was at Printful. I think it still is as well. But yeah, that's how I got to where I'm at now. Yeah, so it's been a great journey.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
How do y'all choose the sizing for the for, let's say I'm a 3X or a 2X? So what are we basing this 2X or 3X on? Like
the actual size, like why do we say like this is a extra large or whatever?
Yes.
Some of it has to do with, well, first off, we tech fit every single size and garment, which a lot of people don't know about. So that the standard of how it works is you make like a medium and then you just scale up and down for that. So you make the medium, you try it on a model and you're like, great. So just make that bigger or smaller. And so what we do is we actually try it on every single size. So we do have models come in for each and every size to make sure it's fitting the way it's supposed to fit for that size. So that's how we do that. And then when it comes to like for the product, then it depends on how the product is supposed to fit. So we have a shirt style called the 3010, the boxy tee, and that is a looser fit than the 3001. So it just depends on how the shirt is supposed to fit versus how that works. Like we used to have a shirt, it's still on the site for women, but it was the 6004, and it was called like the favorite tee. And people say it ran small, but it was supposed to be a early 2000s slim fitting shirt like everybody wore back then. But now we have the 6400, which is the women's version of the 3001. So it is a little more giving. It's looser. It just fits like a classic normal tee. And so it just depends on what the style of that particular shirt is supposed to be.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, that's the long answer to your question. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just put this out here because I'm the drunk uncle of the show, so I'm gonna put out a drunk.
Right.
So if y'all ever need some fat models, holla at me. I got this keg over here, man.
Yeah.
You know, we can...
All right, I got you.
Recently, you guys introduced a newer style.
Yeah.
And could you talk about that a little bit, please?
The one we just came out with yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. This one's really cool. I'm very excited about it. It is the 3001 Eco is the style number. So the 3001, because it's the same cut as the 3001, which is our most popular shirt, but it's 100% recycled. So what that means, polyester, which a lot of people don't know this, but polyester is made of plastic. So we are able to take water bottles, melt them back down, and turn it into the thread of polyester. And then we are taking our scraps, which all of our scraps are recycled anyway. But now we're taking the scraps from our 3001s and chopping them up and then weaving them back into cotton and putting that into this shirt as well. So the cotton is recycled and the polyester is recycled. So 100% recycled.
Water bottle.
Yeah.
Really?
That's trippy.
Yeah. We just,
trippy.
if you check out our YouTube channel, we just posted a video that shows you the whole process, including the water bottle part. So you can actually see it get chopped down and see what it looks like when it gets turned, into the liquid and then spun into the fabric and all that stuff. It's all there. It's pretty wild.
That's
I'm
amazing.
going to watch that. I definitely will see that.
And so right now we just have 3 colors because we just launched it. So, want to see how it goes. Hopefully it goes, really well. And so it's just black, white, and navy. And so we take all of the navy 3001, all that scrap gets put back into the navy 3001 Eco. So it's really cool.
That's a lot of waste off the earth.
Yeah,
Just
a lot.
Thinking about that, like it seemed like that would take a lot of water bottles to make a shirt.
Each shirt.
Yeah.
Depending on the size of the shirt, it holds up to 7 water bottles in the shirt. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
I got a whole bag of water bottles in the living room right now, man. I need to go to recycle.
Come on, we need the short material.
Collect Christopher asks, what percentage of polyester is the shirt?
Great question.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, it's a 65% poly. Yeah. So if anyone's out there doing sublimation, you'll be able to do some sublimation on the white shirt. So yeah.
Awesome. Can I sub on the white? That was the next question.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, give it a try. And what's really exciting also, I don't have the pricing, but everyone can get a maker's account now on our site, which lets you buy without a resale certificate. And the pricing is not much different from the 3001, which is great. Usually when people come out with kind of eco-friendly products, it's like, it means automatically that's kind of expensive, and this is not. It's still very affordable. So yeah, really cool.
That's pretty cool, man. So what's the heaviest weight shirt y'all have at Bella Chemist?
That's going to be that 3010, that boxy tee that we have. It's like, I don't know off the top of my head. It's like 6 ounces. It may be a little bit for like a 5.5 5.4-ish or 5.6 or something around there. So it's cool because it is thicker, but it's still as soft as what you would expect from us.
So that's like that's if somebody they sold streetwear, yeah, that would be Bella Canvas's soft version of a streetwear tee.
Yeah, totally. If you're wanting to get into that scene, like definitely grab that shirt. And even more so, of course, like the streetwear scene, but if you're trying to reach like a younger demographic, like definitely want to use that shirt. All the kids these days are wearing looser, more unisex clothing anyway.
Right.
So that's a great one. And I hope they don't mind that I call them kids, but I'm old enough to where I can.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, all the younger. Yeah.
So Bella Canvas doesn't just do t-shirts; they also do joggers and jogging pants. Can we talk about some of the processes that actually occur for the joggers or the jogging pants?
Yeah. So they're all made of our sponge fleece, as we call it, which is super soft. I don't even know how in the world how that's possible to get that soft of a sweatshirt and sweatpants. But yeah, it's really great. It's really cool. I mean, I've seen them do it. It's really neat. We have this at our dye house in LA. They have this one machine. If you dig around in our videos, we have some footage of it. But there's it's like this big wheel with these ceramic tip bristles that go through it that actually brush the fleece fabric as it goes through the machine. And it just brushes it out until you get this very like cashmere soft feeling on it. But yeah, that's really great.
The fleece is so soft. My wife has a fleece hoodie that she wears from Bella Canvas that she just loves.
Yeah,
and she works in medical, so she wears scrubs and she'll wear it under her scrubs and
that's awesome.
And different stuff. Like she loves it. It's like cloud. It feels like a cloud.
yeah.
Like
it does.
It's soft. Yeah.
And it's nice because it's a little bit. I don't know the words for it, but it definitely gives you like the comfy, cozy kind of vibe. But you also don't feel. I don't know if this is the correct thing to say, but you don't like you feel okay like hanging out in public with it. Like you don't feel like you're being like kind of sloppy or whatever. Like you feel like it's more put together. So like you feel like, oh, I'm gonna wear this to the movies, or like it's okay to go out in this and this and this, and like it's a really great piece.
Yeah, man.
Hey Wes, didn't I see you? I think I might have seen you on TV, man. I think
Me?
I seen you. Yeah, I seen you. We were watching Netflix, and I seen you in a commercial with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Shout out.
You did.
Talk about that.
Well, yes, I moved to LA from Alabama. I moved here to pursue acting, and so yes, I'm still doing that hustle as well, which kind of feeds into why I've been interested in kind of the digital stuff, why I know my way around Adobe and Premiere, and so much of the stuff you got to bootstrap it and do it yourself. You got to make your own content. But yeah, I did have an opportunity to do a commercial for Netflix with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in May. It ran this summer, so that was definitely a highlight of the year, getting to do that. And yeah. And Bella Canvas is super great as well. Just like the company hopes to and support others while they're running their businesses and doing their dreams and stuff. It's the same for us employees. They're like, hey, amazing, go do it. Like, take the day. Like, see you on Monday. So yeah, they were all real excited and very supportive of me as well. So yeah.
All right, so hold on. I'm gonna need you to do some impromptu acting right now. We'll check out these chops, man. So we in the scene. We somewhere on Hollywood Boulevard or something, and I walk in and I'm asking weird questions about clothing. I have no idea what I'm asking you.
Uh,
And I'm irritating. Let's see
Okay.
you in the actor mode and put me out your store, but at the same time, educate me on Bella Canvas's product.
oh man, that's a lot. Oh
All
man.
right, I'm sorry, man. If it's too much, I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm the one. I'm the other guy over here. I'm the
Yeah.
guy on the couch. So
Oh man, gosh, yeah, I don't even know what I would do.
I didn't mean to make you reach for the cup, man. I hope that ain't your liquor in that glass over there.
Yeah, I might get some.
Okay. I'm gonna make it easier for you. What's your
Blush.
ideal role? Like, you want to be an actor? What's your ideal role?
Oh man, well, growing up in the '90s, it was all about the sitcom life. So that would definitely be, the ideal role is to land a fun sitcom, get to build that kind of community relationship with the viewers, and they get to hang out with you for hopefully several years, and kind of watch your story. And that would definitely be the ideal role. Just a fun, good feeling, maybe mysterious kind of situation. But yeah, definitely a television sitcom role would be the dream.
So you said you grew up in the '90s TV sitcom. Everybody knows Friends.
Oh yeah.
Who would you be on Friends?
Oh man, who would I be on Friends? Gosh, probably somewhere between Joey and Phoebe, if I'm being honest with myself.
Between Joey and Phoebe?
Yeah, I think so. With a lot of Monica tendencies, I think. I can be a little particular.
A little quirky, a little funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
So how does acting and actually being in the industry, how do they, go hand in hand? Because they have to go hand in hand, right?
Which, like, with the wholesale industry or Bella Canvas or
industry and just in general?
Well, gosh, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it at least my part of the industry on the marketing side, it's all about storytelling and connecting with people. And so, of course, there's lots of crossover there.
That's how they feel about you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's it. And then also, connecting with people, that's a huge part of both sides of the industry as well. So I think connecting with people and storytelling, and I think the inspirational side is a huge one too. I mean, so many people turn to the entertainment industry to get inspired and to look for ideas. And then when it comes to our industry here, it's the same thing. Like, part of our job is to help inspire people that are trying to get their businesses up and running. They're trying to get their creative ideas going. Maybe they're just needing a good side hustle, and like they're looking for that inspiration because they're trying to fund X, Y, and Z. They're trying to pay for whatever extracurricular thing the kids are doing. Like, they're looking for that extra money. And so I think that's also a bridge as well between the two.
For sure. We got a question for you over here. How can I get a Bella Canvas account for better prices than what I get from Alpha Broder and S&S Activewear?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, so we don't have competitive pricing with S&S and Alpha Broder to, just part of the agreement when we started. Traditionally, that's the only way that you could purchase. And so when you started selling directly from us, we kind of made that commitment with them. But if the cheapest way to get Bella Canvas is with a resale certificate, which I assume you already have if you're purchasing through Alpha or S&S. But in general, for everybody else, you need that wholesale license, resale certificate. It depends on the name based on what state you're in, but that's what you need to be able to purchase at a lower price.
That's pretty dope, man. I just want to put it out there. I hope me messing with you ain't bothering you today. I ain't
No,
want. I hope I'm not ruining your day or anything like that.
not at all.
I get crazy a little bit on here just to bring some fun to it, and just to relax people.
That's
I'm
a
here
drunk
for it.
That's a drunk uncle.
I'm the drunk man,
Uh-huh.
but I'm nice. I'm not mean. I'm a nice
There you
drunk.
go.
Even I don't
Nice
really
drunk
drink.
uncle.
For the record, I don't really drink nothing, but water and soda. But but I just have fun. It's just to put a different spin on it.
Yeah.
So Bella Canvas does a lot. I don't mean to chop you off.
No,
I'm sure he see what I'm saying. Look, that's how he treat me.
all the time.
But Bella Canvas does a lot behind the scenes as well, like humanitarian efforts. You guys supported Ukraine, you still supporting Ukraine. Now this is going to be a far jump from there to us.
Okay.
You guys have picked up the cycle of throwing after parties for us influencers when we go to the trade shows. And what prompted you guys to do that? Because we didn't have anything, and to see such a big company step up and kind of take that on their shoulders. I mean, I'm saying thank you, but like, what made you guys do that?
Yeah, that's a great question, and thank you for talking about that and coming to hang out with us at the events as well. And I think just as time goes on, this industry becomes more and more open, and more and more accessible to people. So more and more people are getting involved, and so it does open the gates. And there has been a little bit of a lag in resources and opportunities between that. For the longest time, it's been just for like the big guys, and it was really brought to our attention by Stan Banks that there was this gap. He was like, I go to these trade shows, and me and my crew and my people, we don't have anything to do because all the events, all the after parties, they're all for like the big businesses that are trying to connect deals with everybody. So there became an opportunity for us to start hosting that happy hour outside of ISS, so that it could be a place for not only just like influencers or people that are at home printers, but even the smaller like print shops that are being overlooked by the other big guys because maybe they just run a few, runs of shirts, or maybe they just print for like the local elementary school. Like, hey, they're still like out there hustling, and like we want to be a place for people to come, because at the end of the day, we want to be supporting of people in the industry. And so that's where that came from. And yeah, as long as they keep going well, I'd love to see that those opportunities keep growing.
And I got to attend that first one. It was great. It was dope to be there, to like witness it and to be a part of that. That was a great experience. And another thing too, one thing with Bella Canvas is when I was in Long Beach, y'all's booth stands out.
Yes.
Music and dancing, and it was fun going on in y'all booth. It wasn't just look at our product. Everybody was enjoying themselves, and people were dancing, good music playing and bumping out the thing. Like, explain that. Talk about that a little bit, and why is that important to be that company at the ISS show?
Well, I think it goes back to us sticking to our guns and always wanting to be different. And so what that looks like changes from year to year. But like we want to be that brand for people and let them, have fun with us and be in a space where they can get their creativity, flowing and going. And if they look at this shirt and the music's going, it's like, you can see visually what you can do with these garments. You're not just like looking at it, what's new. Like when you have all that atmosphere going, you're going to see colors different. You're going to think differently. And it just also provides a good spot to hang out and chat and network and connect with other people as well. And then I don't know if we'll always do this, but typically we have like a live decorating kind of activation there. So, like last year we had some screen printers there, so you could pick what color, like what screen, what image you want to print it and what color, and they'll do it live for you. So it's also a great learning opportunity. There's lots of people that come through that haven't ever actually seen a shirt get screen printed before. And so this is their chance to actually, see that. And I think Alan Wade came through when I first met him, and he hadn't ever screen printed before. I think this is Alan, I'm pretty sure. And so I was like, okay, do you want to do it? So I got them to like teach him how to do it real quick. And so he got to do that. So yeah, just lots of fun experiences like that. And of course you want to leave a lasting impression with people.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. People come back every year and they're like, I had to stop by your booth first. Y'all always got the most cool stuff going on.
For sure. You got a question?
No, I ain't got no question.
No, I thought I heard you say, let me ask you a question. Oh, my bad. So it's just like I remember going into there, and it was really an experience, man. And like to be at that mixer over there, I forgot the name of the place it was at that time, but everything was provided. The alcohol, the food, everything was just provided. Y'all did a great job with that. And the environment, it was just a good environment around a bunch of different influencers, and it was like, even that was like Squad Creator Podcast. It was influencers and different people, and everybody from the bedroom to the boardroom was in there. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it was a great time.
Cool. I'm glad.
I don't know if you remember me. I was in the wheelchair at the time around there. I was the only one with the little half a leg riding around in a wheelchair, but messing with people.
Let me ask you guys some stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, so what kind of stuff out there, since you're talking about like the happy hour, what are some like actual needs you're seeing out there on your end of the industry that like haven't been met yet by like wholesale companies and things like that? Where are some gaps you're seeing?
I think that from like I was playing where I was messing around, like you need some fat models. I was just talking head, but I was being serious. Like I think there's a big gap for bigger people that want to dress in that premium stuff. Like I was smaller. I've gained weight now, but the Bella canvas I had, it was soft, and like buttery soft on the skin and all that stuff. Us biggins, I'm way bigger now, but us big old people, we want to feel that too, and not feel like you can see my nipples. To be frank,
Right.
I think that there's a large gap for plus size people.
Yeah,
when they put it now instead of just being crude, but I think that's something that is needed in this industry.
Yeah.
That, and I think that we need to just talk, man. I think there should be, like you guys are doing with your mixers and things, you're doing a lot more to be involved with the people. But I think the industry as a whole, it should just be more conversation between the boardroom and the bedroom.
Right.
If that makes sense, but board from the bedroom to the boardroom, that's my thing. But I feel like us that are like the smaller creators need to notice more. And I think that the reason why I say that is because I feel like you're going to get more out of a smaller creator versus the bigger one, because the smaller one is still hungry.
Right. Yeah.
They're not going to get comfortable for some years.
Yeah.
Definitely. If somebody's paying attention. And that's what I take on that, on those needs.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are great. Yeah. And definitely, I would love to see a more inclusive and a more like telling of the public type appearance, when it comes to models and just even options of, I've seen some sites out there where you can it'll even let you choose your model, and
Right.
then like when you're looking at it, so you can see what it looks like on different body types. So
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, I would love to see us go in that direction too. It's definitely a huge need for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. You hit the head right on the nail with that Seak. The sizing for us as well. I mean, on this side, constantly getting folks that come into the shop, and we rock with the 3010. Been rocking with the. I'm gonna say it's another model that you guys have. I can't think of the number off that, but it's like sports. And a lot of times when they come in, they want to try the shirts on, especially if we're doing like a custom order for like a baseball team or something. And a lot of the bigger people always say like, I like the shirt, is very soft, but it needs to be a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you guys got all bases covered. You know, the integrity and everything that you guys you live by. You can tell Bella Canvas's quality.
Yeah.
You mention it as proud. They gonna say, I need Bella Canvas over, and that's how it always goes.
And one thing, like, you guys care about the people. Just keep being that. Keep doing that. Keep being those people, and like you guys care about the end result, which is great. We just love that. So I think those are the only things that I really see that could be worked on is the sizing and even let me clarify. When I said that about the bigger companies talking to the smaller creator, I wasn't talking about Bella Canvas directly. I'm talking about the industry as a whole.
For sure. Yeah. Typically, with every industry, including this one, it's usually just like the CEO talking to the CEO.
Yeah, right.
Everybody else is over here. That's actually the ones that are like, that are driving the profit and the revenue and like what's happening. Right. They're all over here. No one's talking to them.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Hearing how Bella Canvas was started by two screen printers, that'll just add on to your legacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we are who y'all were.
Mm-hmm.
We are you still. And to have that type of motivation, man, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and I think it also informs a lot of their decisions as well. Like, we do print testing on all of our products before we even release them to the public, because we know at the end of the day, the whole point of it is for someone to print on it. And if we make something that someone can't print on, why are we doing it? If we were solely a retail brand, that's different. It doesn't matter, because you're unlikely to go to a retail store, buy it, and then customize it. But
for sure,
when it's wholesale, that's kind of the first focus. So I think that's something that had they not started us screen printers, they wouldn't think about that step of the process.
For sure.
So we covered new models that you guys are about to drop. What's the plans for the future for Bella Canvas?
Oh, we're always chasing like the new trends. We want to make sure, one of our big things is, we've always been matching what's going on in retail. So we want to continue to do that. I think it's really important for anybody out there that's trying to offer products. That's what's going to be your competitive edge. If you're trying to land, I don't know, let's say you're trying to pitch to like the local high school for whatever. If you can go in there with stuff that like the students are wearing now, or they're seeing in the retail stores now, versus someone else comes in and they don't, they only use this other brand, they don't have that, you're going to win that sale, which is what's really important for you to grow your business. I think we'll continue to do that. I think we'll continue to lead the charge in being we like to call ourselves the color destination. So we're going to continue to grow our color catalog.
Sure.
So, and then hopefully we just expand in our doors. So more brands and companies across the different genres of business out there, they find a home with us. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So I want to know this, man. We talked a lot about Bella Canvas as a whole, man. I want to know Wes. Let's talk about Wes. Who is Wes? You know, at the heart. Tell us about you.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just a good old kid from Alabama. Yeah, just chasing his dreams like so many of us are doing. And yeah, I like to think of myself as a creative person. My fault is that my brain is faster than my skill set. So
You too.
sometimes, yeah, yeah, my brain and my heart will be here, but then my capabilities will be here. So I got a lag and a lot to work with there. But yeah, I love my Southern food, my comfort food. I love Mexican food. Yeah, I'm always eating or thinking about eating.
Man, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
No, not at all.
yeah.
I gotta bring this up, Wes. I know we having a serious conversation.
Yeah,
but
what's up?
chicken thigh or the breast? I gotta bring
Oh man. See, obviously it's the thigh, but
okay.
but it depends on where it's at, because some of these places they can get you a good juicy chicken breast, and that I'm all for. You know.
Is that my first W, Seak? I think we just.
Seek just gonna be quiet about that right there because yeah, I'm gonna just be quiet.
It's been a long standing joke on here. We've been going at each other for 2 years.
I'm gonna just move on. I'm gonna move on to what Rachel over here has to say.
You can't just move on. This my
Rachel has the color black T-shirts. Can we expect them?
I'm personally not familiar with that. What is color?
You know how you got like the shirts that are like half red, half blue, or you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, nothing's out of the question, but
they're trendy.
Yeah, I don't know that is on the docket for anytime soon, but it could be.
Yeah, man. Bring that one up because I think like the way the softness of a Bella canvas with the color black would be dope. A lot of people love it.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would be. It really would. But I don't like less for your chicken thigh answer for the record.
See, how you gonna double back to the chicken thigh? What about
you and Jared Barbosa from Eat Press Nation? Y'all are the only people.
That was another W. Don't be mad. That was a
Y'all the only ones that got on here and stroked his ego.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I had to break the stitching, all right?
He Venmoed me some money for that beforehand.
Oh, that's a good question. What about bleach looking shirts? Barb LaFawn asks.
So we've had some acid wash shirts, and there's still a couple that are out there, and they're truthfully very difficult to make because we actually bleach it out. So it causes us to have a high, I'm blanking on the word, but a lot of stuff doesn't pass quality control with it because it's physically bleaching the product. So there are still some out there. I think it's like the 3480 is the style number. But that's where the slub shirts are there too, which is like a cool texture. So that's the shirt you want to check out for some of those acid washed shirts that we have.
Right on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. You keep railroading me on here. What is you guys have varsity jackets?
Varsity jackets? No, not right now. We I think we have the hooded coaches jacket still on there right now on the site. So yeah, that's another one that's not out of the question, but that would be a really cool one to see. Anytime we're introducing like a new fabric, it takes a little bit longer just from sourcing and figuring out, how to do it and make sure it's, up to our standards.
Yeah.
Bella Cam, I'm sorry, you said Coach's jackets. I'm trying to look it up. I'm curious. I want to see it. I'm Googling.
I think we look at it.
Mike, keep
I
talking.
think they would be nice though, because you know the quality of the fleece pants. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And then the colors are
Yeah.
spot. I love the
Oh
colors.
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I like it.
Let's talk about.
So, because I've been talking to my wife, I want to create a jacket.
Uh-huh.
I want to like, I want to create a jacket. That's where my mind has been outside of not just a hoodie, for the winter and stuff like that. Even the springtime coming, I want to create a nice jacket, and I've been looking for the right jacket to play with. I like
Okay.
this coat jacket. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. I'm gonna have to look into this. And affordable on top of that. So,
One
go
called.
ahead.
What's it called?
Oh, the jacket. I put in Bella Canvas coach jacket, and it came up on Google.
Yeah, you might still be able to grab some from some of the retailers that are out there. Not retailers, some distributors that are out there.
This one is actually on Bella Canvas, and it's only $19.50.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, I'm lying. I don't know why I said nine. It's $78. But oh my, can you
That's
see
our
it?
our retail site.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot. I don't know if people know this, but we do have a retail side of things, and those are separate products from our wholesale side.
Right.
So a lot of that is to help drive kind of like people in our industry know Bella Canvas, but the regular person out on the street doesn't necessarily know Bella Canvas. And so this is our way to help make sure the public is getting aware of that. So that way you as a decorator, when you're talking to people and winning that over, they'll be more amped to get Bella Canvas. So
Makes sense.
yeah. So there's a little bit more, we joke and call it street light. So a little bit more like cool contemporary stuff on there.
I gotta ask if you know how the Texans have like their special Texas orange. Do you guys have any special contracts where the regular like we wouldn't be able to get that color, but they do supply that color to certain colleges or teams?
Well, let me see if I understand your question.
Like special contracts, like the average consumer wouldn't be able to get these colors, but we are going to provide these colors for a certain football league or a certain.
Yeah, we have the capabilities of doing that. The number of them you would have to get, I don't know. It would be pretty up there. But yeah, we have the capability, since they call it vertical integration. So that means we own the whole process. We're not like outsourcing stuff to different companies to do for us. Bella Canvas is doing it. So like if you needed like a certain shade of green, theoretically, yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen. But it would just depend on like the volume, like how much you're wanting to do,
Awesome.
Like if Walmart came in here and they're like, we need this certain color, it's like, yeah, okay, we can make that happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What's the name of that item? That was the Bella Canvas coach jacket.
Wow, Wes. You came on and spoke to us, about your career, some of the things that you were looking forward to, some of your goals that I see that you guys are toppling over. To help with the different ISS impressions, recognizing us, the smaller crafters or smaller influencers. And I just gotta sincerely say thank you because,
Sure.
we often go unnoticed, and it's been we're not the first set of influencers to get up here and, talking to smaller guys. So it's sincere. It's definitely a shout out to you guys for that.
Sure.
Man, well, thanks for saying that. And, it totally makes it worth it to know that, it's actually making a difference and that it is like wanted and needed. And we're more than happy to, step in and fill that need. And hopefully there's more needs that we can fill, and we want to be known as the brand that's there to support you and your creativity and your dreams. So yeah, hopefully there'll be many more things coming.
Yeah, man. So thank you, Wes, for sitting down with us. Bella Canvas, everybody, thank you all for allowing him to sit down with us, and appreciate you. Before we wrap, is there anything you just want to say? Anything you want to put out there, or anything?
No, I mean, y'all, everyone just keep doing what you're doing. No matter where you're at in kind of the apparel world, you're going to hit roadblocks and parts that are frustrating, and you're going to want to quit. And, I encourage you just to stick with it and, give yourself some action items and tangible goals, and, stay close to guys like these two. Find your inspiration and get some answers to some of your questions, and stay strong and stay out there.
For sure. Thank you, Colette. Thank you all for tuning in. Wes, thank you for sitting down with us. You got any socials you want to put out there for the people?
Any promotions?
Social media.
Oh yeah. Hit us up on everything. It's just at Bella Canvas. YouTube, we have lots of tutorials and behind the scenes stuff as well. That's really cool if you just want to see. We talked a lot about our production facilities, tons of inside looks at that. That's something that a lot of other companies can't give you, is that behind the scenes look, and we can do that. So yeah, it's really cool stuff for you to check out.
Thanks.
So, appreciate y'all, everybody out there, for tuning in. We will see y'all next week with DTF Station. Y'all have a good week. See y'all next time.
Thanks, everybody.